welcome back to another video. So today's video we are focusing on popular book series I have not read yet. There are a lot of book series that a lot of people on BookTube have read that I have not gotten to yet, and I have different reasons for each of them. So we're going to talk about them. I'm going to show you them if I have them. I don't own every one of them, but I do own some. And I'm going to try to tell you a little bit about what I know these books are about. I probably don't know much about their descriptions and about what happens in them, but we're going to try, so let's get into it. First book series I have not read yet. I feel like everybody has read, and I definitely have not. That is the Mortal Instruments series by Cassandra Clare. The first book is City of Bones, and I have not started this series yet. Although I am reading it this month, which is pretty exciting. I can't wait to get to it. So I'm super excited to start the series, and hopefully I'll be able to finish it and get through it pretty quick. There are a lot of books though, so we'll have to see. I don't know much about this series as far as I know. Like, it's weird. I feel like I've heard different things, but I've not heard a lot. I feel like it's about demon hunters. I know it contains like some magic stuff, right? I don't know. So something like that, which is pretty cool, I guess. I don't know. So I'm kind of nervous, but I'm excited to get into it. I know that one of my best friends in real life absolutely loves this series, and this is actually her favorite book of all time. So I'm super excited to get into it and see what all the hype has been about. Second series I have not started that is really popular, ties in with the Mortal Instruments series. That series is the Infernal Devices by Cassandra Clare. Some people decide to read only this series and not read the Mortal Instruments. Even though they take place in the same world, they still follow different characters, and some people prefer the Infernal Devices over the Mortal Instruments series. I have been trying to figure out the order in which I'm going to read this series because there's different ways to do it as far as I know. I know Emma Books has a video dedicated to how you can read this series by Cassandra Clare. I think I'm going to go with publication order at this point when I do start it. Like I said, I'm starting City of Bones this month, so we'll see how long it takes me to get through all the books. From what I know, it takes place in the same world as the Mortal Instruments, and I believe it takes place in Victorian London, so it takes place several years before the events in the Mortal Instruments series. Some people do like this better, so I can't wait to read it and see if I prefer it over City of Bones or not. The next series I have not started, once again, ties in with the Mortal Instruments and the Infernal Devices. This series is the Dark Artifices series by Cassandra Clare. This one follows the Shadowhunters world also. As far as I know, she is still writing the Dark Artifices series. I think the first book came out not too long ago, like maybe a couple years ago at most. I don't really know, but I believe so. I'm not sure what the Dark Artifices series is about, other than it being in the same world as Shadowhunters. So I can't tell you much there, but I'm excited to get to that as well because I've heard good things about it. The next series is Six of Crows by Leigh Bardugo. I have heard so much talk about Six of Crows. Everyone has loved it. Now, with that being said, I also have not read the Grisha trilogy by Leigh Bardugo, so that's another one to add to my list. I know nothing about either of them. I couldn't tell you a thing. I have heard that people prefer the Six of Crows series over the Grisha trilogy just because I've heard that her writing has improved when it came to the Six of Crows trilogy. Even though I really want to read Six of Crows, I think I'm gonna read the Grisha trilogy first, just so I'm not disappointed if I read the Six of Crows series before the Grisha trilogy. Maybe I'll get to it this year. Hopefully. The next series is one that I've heard a lot of rave about too. I remember when this series the first book came out, I went and bought it pretty soon after it was published in paperback and was super excited to get to it, but I never did. I don't remember when it came out. let me see, 2015. So it came out in 2015 when I had my booktube channel back then. I went to Books A Million and picked it up because I heard so many good things about it on booktube, and I was really excited to read it, but obviously it's sitting on my shelf for 4 years, and I haven't touched it. So that series is the A Court of Thorns and Roses series by Sarah J. Maas. Like I said, I've heard so many good things about this, and I'm super excited. I believe it's a Beauty and the Beast retelling, and she is a huntress of some sort. I don't know anything else, but that's all I do know. I know Sarah J. Maas is a really popular author, and I can't wait to read something by her eventually. People have said that they prefer the second book in this series, I think. They like it better, right? I don't know. That's what I've heard. So I'm excited to start it. Hopefully I can go and pick up the second and third books. I don't know if there's any more than 3, but I'll figure it out at some point. So hopefully I can get to this soon. The next is a series also by Sarah J. Maas, and that is the Throne of Glass series. I have not read anything in the Throne of Glass series, and I'm so disappointed because so many people have talked about it. It's kind of an OG for booktube, just like the Mortal Instruments. I feel like everybody has read the Throne of Glass series, but of course I have not. As far as I know with this series is it has an assassin in it. I think the main character's name is Selena, is that right? Selena, and she is an assassin of some sort. At least I think that's right. But that does sound super interesting to me, so I'm really excited to pick it up at some point. Again, I don't know when that will be, but hopefully it'll be within the next few months. And the next one I'm very ashamed that I have not read, because I remember when this came out too and everybody was talking about it. It was insane, and I was so interested in the format because it has a format that is so different than every other book. And that series is TheIlluminae Files by Amy Kaufman and Jay Kristoff. I have owned this book for a long time. When it first came out, I purchased this hardback because I was super excited to read it, and I definitely need to get to it. But basically what I know about this book is it is a sci-fi, I believe, and it's told in these different documents. So that's pretty awesome. Not a lot of books have that. I actually own 2 copies of this book, strangely enough. I have the hardback and I also have it in paperback, so I don't know why I haven't read it if I own 2 copies, but we'll see. Hopefully I will get to it very soon. But I'm saying that for every book on this list, so who knows when I'll get to it, but hopefully I'll get to it eventually. The next series is not a young adult series, it is actually an adult series. It's popular, at least the TV show is. I've seen some of the TV show and I love it, but that series is the A Song of Ice and Fire series by George R.R. Martin. This is the first book, Game of Thrones, and I'm super excited to pick it up. I actually started it, strangely enough, which is why it's got these yellow like sticky notes in it, because I was taking notes while reading it, but I didn't get very far at all. I started this probably in 2016 and I was really enjoying it, but I just got really busy and stopped reading it. I definitely need to get back into it. I really want to see what happens. It's a fascinating series. Definitely an amazing fantasy, which I love fantasy. That's my absolute favorite genre. So I definitely need to pick this up again and continue reading. And I don't think all the books in the series are out yet, which is probably another reason why I haven't really read it all, because he still is being slow about publishing the rest. So we'll see when I get to this. It probably won't be soon, honestly. Who knows? The next book series is also an adult series that I have heard from multiple people that they enjoy it. I don't think a lot of people have read this series on BookTube, but I know there's a few big booktubers that absolutely love it. Sasha Alsberg from A Book Utopia specifically, but that series is Outlander by Diana Gabaldon. I love the Outlander TV show. It's so good. I've not watched all of it, but I'm working on it. I really want to read the book because I've heard good things about it from those who have read it. I pretty much know a bit about what it's about because, like I said, I've seen the TV show. The story follows a young woman who is actually a medic, or no, a nurse in times of war, and it does take place in Scotland, which is really cool. I love Scotland personally. One day she accidentally gets transported back in time, and she's trying to deal with, I don't know, I guess adjusting to the new scenery, to her new life, because she doesn't know how to get back in her time. That's all I can tell you. I'm really bad at like summaries and stuff, so sorry. If I read the book, I would be able to tell you a lot more, but for now, that's all I've got. Now, this is the second to last series I'm going to mention, but this series is also a well-loved series. I don't think it's as popular as The Mortal Instruments and A Court of Thorns and Roses, but it is still pretty popular and a lot of people love it, and that series is the Shatter Me series by Tahara Mafi. I am literally so interested in this series. As far as I know, it's about a girl who has a certain power that when she touches something, she destroys it, or like it dies or something. This series, like I said, I think it's about a girl who, whenever she touches something, it dies or it's destroyed, something like that. So it seems like it'd be a very interesting series to read. I know that Whitney from Witty Novels absolutely loves this series. She raves about it all the time, so I'm excited to see what she likes about it. I do know that it was originally a trilogy, I think, and then the author decided to add like 3 more books, I think, and I believe they're still coming out, which is pretty exciting, so I definitely need to pick this up soon and read it. In the last series, decently popular. I know my best friend has read it and she loved it, and she has told me for years, literally since freshman year of high school, she's told me to pick the first book up and read it, but that series is Red Queen by Victoria Aveyard. I have not read this yet, and I'm so disappointed. I honestly, I won't lie, I know nothing about this. I think there's different casts or something, but that's all I know. So yeah, my best friend's been on me about this book and has been telling me to read it for so long, but I haven't, and I haven't even bought the book. I need to do so, or at least check it out from the library and read it, so hopefully I'll get to it soon and see what all the hype has been about. Though I don't think it's, again, like as popular as some of the other series on this list, but I still am very interested and want to see what it's about. So that's all the series I have for my list today. I do have other series that I have not started that are decently popular, but I could only put so many in this video so it wouldn't be super long. And there's also definitely a ton of standalone books that I have not read that are really popular as well. So if you guys want to see another video on this sometime, I might film a part 2. Who knows? I also need to do a video on my unfinished series because there are some series I've started and have not finished, and some of y'all may be disappointed in me if I told you what those books were, but you know, that video is probably coming at some point. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Please give a thumbs up to this video if you liked it, and please subscribe to my channel so you can see new videos. And don't forget, this Thursday there will be another reading vlog posted on my channel. I've been doing reading vlogs every single week, so don't miss it. Bye guys!